You're listening to the podcast of MiGiS, Migrant Girls in Sports, Never Behind Again. The project is organized by Europamente, Bulgarian Sports Development Association, and Roes Cooperativa as a synergy supported by the European Union. Hi Mila, how are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
We're also very good, thank you. So Kari was here a bit before you, and she told us the amazing story of how you helped integrate her in Bulgaria amongst your peers. So first, on behalf of all people like Kari, thank you very much for being so amazing.
I'm very glad I was able to do that for her.
It's really, really inspiring. And thank you for also making the time to come to share your story.
Thank you for offering.
So today we're going to share with our listeners your point of the same story that Kari already shared with us and the challenges you have gone through. So can you introduce, like she already said lots of things about you, but still, can you also introduce yourself a little bit?
As you said, I am Mila and I'm 15 years old. I was born in a small village near Sofia. I came here in the capital when I was only 6 because there were no opportunities for development in the village we lived in. For me for education and for my parents for jobs. And before I started school, first grade, we changed our living place and moved to the capital for searching for better opportunities. In the beginning, everything was a complete mess. My parents couldn't find a well-paying job, and I was alone. I was playing with my toys outside of our apartment, and we had a loan for the new apartment we lived in, but there was a problem with the monthly fees, so it was not an enjoyable time in my life.
I can imagine. I mean, this sounds like it was a really difficult moment for the whole family, for you, for your parents. I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. Can you share with us why did your parents have a problem with finding a job? Was it that people were not wishing to hire somebody who's not from Sofia? And also, can you please tell us why you were, this is really so sad, I'm so sorry to hear about that. I mean, why you were playing only with your toys outside? You couldn't find any friends?
Yes, because they would say we were peasants and that because we came from a small village that we basically didn't fit in. They were very disrespectful.
That's horrible.
Yes. And every time my parents went for a meeting, the people would look at them and even tell them that they are limitless and that they're not good enough and they're not looking for people like that in the company. It was only me and my toys because for the first few months, it was summer vacation. So everyone was traveling and it was just empty and it was so lonely. But finally things changed and my parents found jobs that were good and I found people in my residential block that would, they became my friends and we were not very close, but we would hang out and it wasn't so lonely anymore.
I'm really happy to hear that you guys found a way, you were struggling, but you found a way out of this situation.
Well, at that point, we had started first grade and my parents had, as I said, well-paying jobs, so it was all going well. And in our class, I met Karina, and when I looked at her, I could see a look in her eyes that was, I understand, I am different as well, and it was the first time I ever felt that with anyone. We both knew English because of her situation and I knew it because of my mom's old job, and that's how we started talking at first, and then she started learning Bulgarian and then we began talking in our native language, and yes, this is how the amazing friendship began.
So you were speaking first in English and then in Bulgarian. So basically you helped her learn both languages, in addition to her learning the languages.
Yes, I think we both helped each other improve the English language for.
This is
each
this
other.
is so nice to hear. I mean, it's an amazing thing to find support in someone who's like your guardian angel in a new place. I think this is what you were to Karina. This is really great.
Well, in the beginning, we were ignored and neglected by our classmates because of our differences. But when we found each other, we had such a strong bond and we had such a good friendship that basically what they thought of us and how they treated us didn't affect us. And we found ways to communicate. We tried to talk to them, but we just decided that we would focus on our own bond. I would take her, Karina, around Sofia to show her all the beautiful places that are my favorite, the history, and we found out we have various shared interests and we loved doing stuff together. I showed her Bulgarian folk songs. She showed me her native songs from her country, and
Really nice.
I would take her to annual festivals in my village, which was so fun. My favorite memories with her. And then we became an example of friendship, and everyone was wishing to join our party.
That's a great story of cultural exchange as well. I mean, how you guys shared songs from your own cultures and everything. That's really great. Do you miss your home village, or do you think that life here in the capital is better?
Well, I do still feel like I have roots with my village. I still feel very connected to it, and I do like it in Sofia. Very comfortable here. I feel like I've been integrated, and I'm a confident young woman with the very best and trustworthy friend that any girl would want, and I feel like I'm ready to conquer the world. And I want to share this story to serve to other girls in similar situations and to show them not to give up when there's a hard stage in their lives, because that is what makes the good so good. I owe everything to my very dearest friend Karina, and I just want to say I love her so much.
It's so sweet because in the previous interview she said the very same thing about you. So it's a very touching story how you guys helped each other integrate. This is really amazing. And I also would like to point out something that you said. You said that you're ready to conquer the world. I think it's a very motivating and beautiful note to finish this interview with this phrase. I'm so happy that you guys are feeling fulfilled and happy and integrated, and that I'm pretty sure you will be staying friends forever. So that's awesome. And thank you very much for this story and for being an inspiration to other young girls. And thank you also for the courage, to share such personal things as those that you shared with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well. Thank you for giving me a place to voice my story. And I do think that every young girl should feel like they can conquer the world, to have that confidence. It is very important.
Absolutely. This will be the message from our podcast today. I think we can finish with